Welcome to Discover East County, where we walk the paths of hardworking folks who share the stories of their lives and businesses. I'm your host, Valley, and today I'm with Angie May. You are the owner of Stoney Oaks Ranch in Alpine.
Yes, ma'am.
We consider Alpine East County. I don't know. I think everybody does.
Absolutely.
So I want to just kind of talk about Stoney Oaks Ranch. I know you guys, it feels like you've been around for 20 years, but it's kind of like a pretty recent business. And
sure,
so
it feels like 20 years to me, but we've only been in business for about 8 of those years.
Yeah, and you guys are making such a huge impact in our community. So tell me everything. Tell me about how you guys started, where you're at now, and where you want to go.
Okay, great. So actually, I'm a fourth generation Alpine resident. My great grandparents first lived up there. My grandparents, my parents, and myself. So you know, the community of Alpine is really near and dear to my heart. And it's just so impactful to me as a child that the opportunity when this ranch came for sale to move there and maybe just do a little bit of boarding and maybe a couple lessons was really attractive. And our kids were older at the time. And I looked at my husband and the family, and my husband said, you know what, Ange, it's your turn. Let's do this.
All right.
And so 18 days later, we moved the horses and the dogs and everybody into that property. And, you know, they say that, you know, God laughs when we have plans. So my plans to just do this and that here and there really just kind of exploded.
Yeah.
I started seeing the changes in kids when we put them on the horse, how it grows them from the inside out, how they figure out who they are. They learn how strong they are physically and mentally. And that just lit me on fire.
Yeah.
And I haven't stopped since.
So that's what you guys are doing now. You're doing lessons and...
Yeah, we have a really robust lesson program. We've got about 60 kids a week through there right now.
Wow.
We put about 300 kids through our summer camp program every summer. We do a week of boys camp, and sometimes we'll run a cowboy club, like once a week, 8-week program. And for those programs with the boys, we really design it specifically for them. We try to bridge the gap between what they're not getting in school and what they need to be like confident young men, right?
Yeah.
So we teach them how to drive tractors, along with all the horsemanship. Last summer, we had the El Cajon Mounted Police Patrol come and do a demonstration on their horses about how to handle riots and large crowds, and then kind of mentored them on horseback as well. We do all kinds of things like building things, you know, making fire, learning how to use a fire extinguisher. And for those programs, I bring out men in the community, including my husband, to help just pour into these guys. We go over the Cowboy Code of Conduct about, you know, being early is, being on time is late, got to be early. So we really try to develop the human being, not just a rider.
Yeah.
And that's our mission across the board, really.
That is so, that's huge. That's impactful. I mean, there's so many kids that need that, especially in our community, like where sometimes as parents, we could fall short. We get busy with our lives and we at work, and all these families that have two people working in the household, things get lost and you forget the things that matter.
Absolutely.
And so it's really cool to just trust that this program can bring that to them. What about this? You said you have 60 kids in this in your program now. What does that program look like?
So the weekly lesson program, typically, you know, the kids come about once a week for a 1-hour lesson. Some kids come twice a week if they're very into it. Some kids in our program actually own their own horses and board them on the property, so they're there all the time. Other kids, once they get to a certain level of knowledge about the horses, and you know, I could really trust them to behave and end up kind of being a helper in a certain way. A lot of times they'll get dropped off at the ranch and for a few hours. So they'll help me with my smaller riders. They kind of turn into junior mentors to the smaller riders. And that's how we even further developed these kids who were involved with us, whether they're boys or girls. You know, we put them to work. And we notice their successes, and we point out their super skills. You know, we build that confidence in them. And then when things go rough, you know, you get tossed on your horse, or someone says something negative about your riding, or even in general, they go to school and not everyone rides horses, right? So we pick them back up and we dust them off and we say, you know what? Not everybody does this, and that's okay. You are you, and you're amazing just the way you are.
Can anyone sign up for this program?
Yes.
Or is
Are you
there...
interested?
Yeah. I am. That's why I got all these questions. Is it beginners, or do you look for a specific age or level of ability? What does that look like?
So my secret jam, my superpower is working with kids. I also have adult students. We teach students of all ages, of all ranges. And that, I mean, we're open to anything. We take our students to local gymkhana competitions, you know, here in Lakeside, or, you know, maybe we'll go to, you know, Campo. You know, we keep it backyard. We keep it small. We have really high expectations for our kids in terms of, you know, I don't want to see any of your midriffs. I don't want to see a bra strap. We're here to work, and we're here to help each other and be a community. And we're not going to be focused on those things while you're here. And I think that really helps develop this culture of good support.
Yeah, like responsible integrity, all of those things that we need so much back in our youth.
Right. So we try to keep it small, backyard. You know, none of us are probably going to go to NFR and win $1 million, and that's okay. We're here to just develop the kids in our local communities.
Tell me about the summer program, because this is what kind of got you on my radar. Is during the summer, all of us parents are kind of overwhelmed with the kids being home from school, and the summer program always was intriguing to me, and I kind of miss signups multiple years in a row. So tell us about the summer program so that, you know, everyone can know, but also I'm very interested.
Sure. So summer is a blast. It's 6 weeks. Each camp is 1 week long, from 9 to 2. And then on Fridays, we bring all the families and parents in for a big rodeo showcase that the kids have worked up to all week. And we put on a big show with country music, and it's just a really great family atmosphere on Fridays. Throughout the week, we do horsemanship every day, and we have some fun as well. Then we talk about horse anatomy, and we group them into small groups based on their age range, right? So we're not teaching horse anatomy to the 4 and 5-year-olds the same way that we would the 10 to 12-year-olds. So we keep them small. We love on them real hard. We talk about how much we have in common. You know, if we're all these crazy horse people, we encourage them to develop these new friendships with, you know, like-minded kids. And we just have a stinking blast. I mean, it is so fun. It's so intense, and it's exhausting, but it is one of the best times and one of the best parts of my job.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. So you guys don't just have classes for kids to take, but you also have kids that are competing in an upcoming rodeo. Tell us about that.
We do. Actually, the Valley Center Rodeo is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and 2 of our students are doing the barrel races on Saturday.
Is this the first one, or what is this?
No, it's not. Actually, we have some students that have done it years in the past, but it's always a highlight of, you know, the year. It just shows how hard these kids work, that they're able to travel and even just complete the pattern out there in that crowd of probably thousands of people. You know, I mean, that alone takes so much courage for a 10-year-old to do.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would be scared to do it, you know, and I look at these kids with such admiration. They are amazing. They overcome so much. They get on these giant animals in front of crowds of people and do what feels to be almost the impossible. They're so inspiring.
They are. So I want to know, speaking of being inspiring, you not only are running Stoney Oaks, but you are running for a school board member of the Alpine School District. So tell me about that.
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, Alpine is so near and dear to my heart. And all of the teachers in that community poured into us kids that live there so well. And lately, our school systems have changed quite dramatically. And the expectations perhaps of what, you know, parents are receiving is being dropped. So a lot of that starts with the school board. In Alpine, I feel like there's a deficiency in the connection of some members of the school board directly to the parents in the community. So given that I have had my business there for 8 years, I grew up there, I am actually in touch many times a week with hundreds of parents and kids who have talked to me about being let down, been pulled into homeschool programs. There's just no other greater person, in my opinion, to meet the need right now to connect everybody than me. And I say that confidently. And I typically do not come into spaces in that way. But for me, I'm so convicted about this. It's the truth. I'm going to connect that community with that board. They're going to feel comfortable coming to me with awkward problems that maybe have been swept under the rug in the past. And I'm vocal. I have a heart for kids. I will protect them like a mama bear and stand for what's right always.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for the opportunity. I actually got the Republican endorsement over the 3 incumbents, which is unheard of. So I'm really proud of that accomplishment. The election is in November, so I'm going to work my tail off to get the trust of the community and to earn their vote.
I feel your passion.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, I always have this belief that if someone's passionate about what they're doing, they'll be successful at it. And it's just oozing off of you. I just feel how much this is so important to you. How do you find the time?
So it's funny. People ask me all the time. We have 3 children, but they're all in their 20s.
Okay.
They're all out doing their lives. You know, they're working, they're paying their bills, they're doing their jam. I know that the ranch business is quite a bit. I have an amazing supportive community. And so, you know, you just find the time for the moment when you're called to it. And I feel called to it. So it's like, guess what? I might be up at 5:30 up in the office for 2 hours before I go out to the ranch and start giving lessons, and then try to shower and not look like a dirty ranch girl to come to the podcast, right? I mean, we can do all of the things. My husband is so supportive. I really couldn't do it without him. And it's just meant to be in my heart. That's how I feel. And so you make those things happen.
Yeah, I love that. Gosh, it's such a driver. So looking forward ahead for Stoney Oaks Ranch, what do you see yourself doing in the future?
So, I mean, just on June 6th this year, we're doing a big Pony Palooza. It's a big event that's open to the public. We're going to do pony rides, a dirty soda bar. We're going to have a mini horse kissing booth. We're going to do all kinds of fun things for people that typically can't just come to the ranch and experience all the animals.
Okay.
I mean, we have goats and cows and pigs, and it's a blast. So we're opening that up. And what that is going to do is it's going to help us earn money to actually change our zoning for our property so we can put some more kids on horseback in the lesson program than we do right now. Okay. So that's the goal for that. Okay. Immediately, we have our barrel race on Saturday. And then we roll on June 15th, we roll straight into summer camp.
Oh, no.
So that's really intense. After summer camp, we consider programs, scheduling programs like our Cowboy Club or our Monday homeschool program. And then, you know, goal setting for the next year. It goes by in a flash.
I feel like I'm going to be seeing a lot of you
Yes.
soon. Yeah.
I would love that.
And I just want to wish you all the blessings and luck in getting into that school board district. I think that if they do it right, they need you. And somebody like you with the passion and the drive and the connection with the community, especially the kids. That can just know firsthand what the needs are. So I just wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be in touch. So
thank
you for being here.
Yes, it's absolutely my pleasure.
It's great to meet you.
And great to meet you too. And I know you've got some little ones, so let's get them on horseback.
Yeah, everyone get in there and sign up for her program. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching Discover East County. We will see you next time.